He wasn't born into global fame, yet there was always something unforgettable about him. A rare blend of deep vocal tone, artistic sensitivity, and magnetic presence that made people pause and look twice. Kim Taehyung didn't just debut as a member of BTS. He shaped his own artistic world, transforming quiet curiosity and creative instinct into one of the most distinctive careers in modern pop culture. You're watching Celebrity Fandom. If you're into deep dives on star journeys, lifestyles, and the real stories behind the spotlight, hit subscribe now and stay tuned for more. Kim Taehyung was born on December 30th, 1995, in Daegu, South Korea, and spent much of his childhood in the countryside of Gyeocheon. Long before global tours and Fashion Week appearances, he grew up in a modest environment, developing a love for music through saxophone lessons and a fascination with visual art and photography. He originally accompanied a friend to an audition for Big Hit Entertainment, but it was Taehyung who ended up being scouted, a turning point that quietly changed his life. In 2013, he debuted as V, one of the vocalists of BTS. From the beginning, his baritone voice stood out in an industry often dominated by higher tones. Songs like Singularity and Stigma highlighted his unique color and emotional control, establishing him as a performer capable of conveying vulnerability and intensity with subtle precision. As BTS rose from a small company group to a global phenomenon, V's presence became central to their visual and artistic identity. Beyond music, Taehyung explored acting early in his career, appearing in the historical drama Warang in 2016. Though his primary focus remained music, the experience revealed his interest in character-driven storytelling. Over time, he refined a personal aesthetic that blended vintage influences, jazz inspiration, and cinematic emotion. Rather than staying within one musical style, V embraced experimentation. His solo tracks, including Sweet Night, Winter Bear, and later his debut solo album Layover, leaned into soulful R&B and soft jazz tones. The album showcased restraint and emotional depth rather than loud production, reflecting his introspective personality. It topped charts globally and proved his ability to command attention independently of the group. V's approach to artistry reflects intentional individuality. He gravitates toward projects that align with his taste rather than trends, often drawing inspiration from classic films, old-school photography, and timeless fashion. This careful curation has helped him build a brand that feels authentic rather than manufactured. Offstage, his public image blends mystery with warmth. Known for his love of art exhibitions, classic music, and photography, he presents himself as thoughtful and creatively driven. At the same time, luxury fashion houses recognize his global impact. As a brand ambassador for major international labels, he has become a regular at Paris Fashion Week, where his appearances generate worldwide media attention. His lifestyle reflects balance between global celebrity and private reflection. While millions follow his updates across social platforms, he maintains boundaries around his personal life. He rarely addresses rumors directly, choosing instead to let his work and public appearances speak for him. Financially, Kim Taehyung stands among the most influential Korean artists of his generation. His estimated net worth reflects earnings from BTS world tours, album sales, solo projects, and high-profile brand endorsements. More importantly, he has built cultural influence that extends beyond music into fashion and visual art. What truly sets V apart is his artistic evolution. From a quiet trainee with an unconventional voice to a globally recognized singer and style icon, he continues to refine his identity with each era. He embraces mood, atmosphere, and emotion, prioritizing artistic depth over noise. As of 2026, Kim Taehyung stands not only as a member of BTS, but as a solo artist and cultural figure defined by individuality and creative intention. His journey reflects growth, self-awareness, and the courage to remain different in an industry driven by trends. That wraps up today's feature. If you enjoyed this content, like the video and subscribe to Celebrity Fandom for more in-depth celebrity stories. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. He wasn't born into global superstardom, yet there was always something unmistakable about him, a rare mix of raw talent, discipline, and quiet intensity that made people look twice. Jungkook didn't simply debut as another K-pop idol. He evolved into a global pop force, transforming teenage ambition into one of the most influential music careers of his generation. You're watching Celebrity Fandom. If you're into deep dives on star journeys, lifestyles, and the real stories behind the spotlight, hit subscribe now and stay tuned for more. Jungkook was born on September 1st, 1997, in Busan, South Korea. Long before stadium tours and chart records, he was just a shy yet determined student with a powerful voice and an unusual work ethic. At only 13, he auditioned for the Korean talent show Superstar K. Though he didn't win, multiple entertainment agencies noticed his potential. He chose Big Hit Entertainment, not because it was the biggest company at the time, but because he believed in the vision and the people behind it. In 2013, at just 15 years old, Jungkook debuted as the youngest member of BTS. Known as the Golden Magne, he quickly earned a reputation for excelling in everything: vocals, dance, stage performance, and even athletic competitions. While BTS gradually built momentum with their authentic storytelling and self-produced music, Jungkook's voice became one of the group's emotional anchors, carrying both powerful high notes and vulnerable melodies. As BTS rose from underdogs to global icons, Jungkook's growth became impossible to ignore. From early tracks like I Need You and Blood, Sweat, and Tears to global hits like Dynamite and Butter, he matured in real time, refining his vocals and stage presence with each comeback. Stadium tours across the United States, Europe, and Asia solidified his position as one of the most recognizable performers in modern pop music. Rather than relying solely on group success, Jungkook began carving his own identity. His solo releases within BTS albums, including Euphoria, My Time, and Still With You, showcased emotional depth and vocal control. In 2023, he made a historic leap with his official solo debut single, 7, followed by 3D and his album Golden. The project broke streaming records, topped global charts, and confirmed that his star power extended far beyond the group framework. Jungkook's approach to his career reflects precision and relentless self-improvement. He is known for practicing for hours, studying vocal techniques, and reviewing his own performances critically. Even at the peak of fame, he continues to refine his craft, prioritizing growth over comfort. Offstage, his image blends humility with global influence. Despite massive fame, he maintains a relatively private personal life, allowing his work to speak louder than headlines. At the same time, luxury fashion houses and major brands recognize his impact, leading to high-profile ambassador roles and international campaigns that further elevate his global presence. Financially, Jungkook stands among the most successful artists of his generation. His net worth reflects earnings from album sales, streaming dominance, world tours, brand partnerships, and songwriting credits. Yet his trajectory suggests long-term strategy rather than short-term hype. What truly sets Jungkook apart is evolution. From a teenage trainee leaving Busan with a dream, to a stadium-filling performer and global solo artist, he continuously reinvents himself without losing the discipline that built him. Each era reveals a more confident, more refined version of the artist he once aspired to become. As of 2026, Jungkook stands not just as a member of BTS, but as a fully established global pop icon, a symbol of dedication, versatility, and the power of steady transformation in modern music. That wraps up today's feature. If you enjoyed this content, like the video and subscribe to Celebrity Fandom for more in-depth celebrity stories. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.